Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. We are here in the first episode of the 5th season of my FIFA 23 career mode series with our created club, Battersea Football Club. Lots of spoiler alerts coming up in this episode right now if you've missed any episodes, so go back and catch up on them if you haven't. But last episode we snuck into the EFL Championship playoffs and won them to get promoted to the Premier League. But before we get into the Premier League season this episode, we have a lot of fun surprises and things to go over. So these won't really be surprises to you if you've been watching along and have been paying attention. But either way, these are going to be all super fun and huge things to happen in any career mode. But if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, make sure to leave comments as we go, start a conversation with me about what we're doing here with Battersea. I respond to all comments and care about your opinions. So follow me on Twitter for more fun if that's your avenue. Link to that will be in the description. Go check out the Battersea Google Sheet for any and every detail of this career mode that you may not get through these episodes. That will also be linked in the description, and if you missed last episode or any of this series, go back and catch up on it. The link to the series playlist, you guessed it, is also in the description. But let's stop wasting time, get right into things. So first up this episode, we're going to take a quick trip down memory lane and look at my 6 favorite goals that got us to the Premier League in our first 4 seasons with Battersea Football Club, and the moment where it happened when we clinched promotion to the Premier League. Sonny Hilton in towards Dong Chi. The header is on target. Dong Chi might get another one here. Dong Chi! Keep feeding the big man, and he will eat. Nicely done, Joshua Emmanuel. What a tackle and what a job to keep that in play. Oh, this is tremendous from Battersea. Owushia, do! No way! Oh my goodness gracious, what have we just seen there? Hibatiman on to Kojo, Gatos. Saman Gatos! Saman Gatos looking for Owushia, do. Owushi has a go from distance. No way! Finds Sonny Hilton. In towards it. Owushi shot is blocked. Darko lets it run. Owushi make it 100 goals in his career for Battersea Football Club. Joshua Emmanuel. Nice ball into Sergeant Goma. Kelvin Ahibatiaman has a chance to send Battersea to the Premier League. Are you kidding me? Joshua Emmanuel on to Bailey Peacock Farrell. No mistakes here, lads. Come on. Saman Gatos rips it forward, and why not? And the clock will run out. Battersea Football Club, 5 years into existence, not even, are going to the Premier League of England. And now, secondly, this episode, before we take a look at the crucial players that we've signed to our squad, some big names that I didn't expect, let's take a look at something that I'm very excited about. I said once we made it to the Premier League, we would upgrade Battersea Park Road. Well, we have expanded it. We have put some money into our beloved home. Let's give you a first look at the new and improved Battersea Park Road.
Ooh, baby, I love your way every day, yeah. Ooh, baby, I love your way every day. Shadows grow so long before my eyes, and they're moving across the page. Suddenly the day turns into night, far away from the city. But don't, oh no, hesitate, 'cause your love just won't wait. Hey, yeah, yeah. Ooh, baby, I love your way every day, yeah. I wanna tell you I love your way every day.
And now that we've done that, we can take a look at who we have brought in this season. You can kind of see it there, but I'm going to go through our transfer history because I did it all on the first day of the month. I figured I might as well. And you saw the big name there at the top, but let's start from the bottom. Isak Torre, told you I was going to bring him in, and we did. A transfer I did not expect to happen. Jamie Shackleton will be replacing Joshua Emanuel. It was essentially a straight swap. We just had to give them 1.5 million euros, which wasn't much to our, I believe it was 38 or 39 million euro budget, which was awesome. And Jamie Shackleton's a player I really like. Good hard worker, a short, quick, right back, center mid type of player who can press and come off the bench for us, and who's 2 years younger than Joshua Emanuel. And then we brought in Nuhu as a left back backup for Ali Koike, probably just for a season, and then Hugo Rodriguez, our prized young Mexican left back, will probably jump in as the backup and start to get more time after this season. Roberto Firmino, one of my favorite players of all time, joins the squad as a false nine, as our center forward. Wouter Berger, a transfer I did not expect, but how could I pass up a name like that? A 6'3" Dutch midfielder. We're bringing Burger Ball to Battersea this season. I can't wait for a guy who looks like an absolute engine and creator for Bango Fatty's midfield. And just of note with him, he was a 77 overall defensive midfielder with 80 potential, and then we brought him in, changed him to a center midfielder position-wise, and that brought his overall up 1, and his potential is now an 81 as well. I think when you sign transfers, they get a very small potential boost. I've been noticing that throughout this career mode, and it definitely happened again with the Burgermeister. And then finally, a big name transfer, a guy who's kind of fallen off a little bit in real life at his current club, Chelsea, but Edouard Mendy, a very accomplished Premier League keeper, 6'6" Senegalian, 86 overall. He is going to be our number 1, our captain, a great player to have for a team that is brand new to Premier League football. He will be an awesome addition and a great leader, along with Roberto Firmino, 2 seasoned vets in a league that we've never been in, that we're going to be thrown right into. And now I'm going to pull up the Battersea Google Sheet, which is linked in the description, like I said, but this way we can go over the overall and potential changes that I've made in between seasons. Like I've said in the past, I'm on PC, I can make these edits, and I don't always trust FIFA with the dynamic potentials and overalls. I don't think they're realistic to how overalls and potentials work in real life. Technically, players can progress way quicker or degress way slower. It's a little bit more fluid the way that I'm doing it, in my opinion. So let's get into the changes. Bailey Peacock Farrell just gets a +1 overall and +1 potential, 77 overall, 78 potential for the Northern Irishman, who is now going to fall into a backup role. Jesus Lopez impressed tremendously last season when he became our backup. He gets a +5 overall to 70 overall at 19 years old. 80 potential, a +2 there for Jesus Lopez. Very well deserved. He's an incredible backup keeper for us. And now he's actually fallen to 3rd in the pecking order, so we might send him out on loan, but not right away. I kind of want to feel things out. We'll see what happens with Jesus. Ali Koike, one of my favorite players, one of my first signings here in the first transfer window of this career mode. He has progressed amazingly. He plays so well in game. He has a 78 overall now with 79 potential. Very well deserved. He is going to round out around that number for the rest of his career, and he's such a crucial player in our squad. Florian Daba overall stays at 75. Potential goes up to 77 just by 1. He is a very good player, but I feel like this is very fair for where he's at in his career with us and how he's played. Saul Coco. Now you may notice a little bit something different about Saul Coco. I got a comment from Kennedy Alvarez, who's been so very involved with his comments and the details in his comments, and I'm loving that so much. So I asked him if he wanted to make any appearance changes, if he wanted to make any overall and potential changes, and I am considering those, Kennedy, for all of these players. I am just doing it a little bit less dramatically than what you may have wanted ratings-wise, because I do want to keep things fairly realistic in what I think is realistic for this career mode. But one thing that was requested that I have followed through with, that I think is an awesome addition that I can do here on PC, Saul Coco now has the body of Adama Traore. He put in the work this off season, hitting the gym, pumping iron, and getting swole. So Saul Coco is now our real big time center back there at the back with his physicality. And he also got a +2 overall to 80. His potential is now at 82. He's 27, so won't grow too much to end his career, but What a defender, what a player he is. Dong Chi, love Dong Chi, but I didn't want to give him such a dramatic increase as he didn't get as much playing time last year. 69 overall is a +2, 77 potential is also a +2. I feel like that's fair for where he's at right now. Damiano Longo, one of our bright spots in last season. One of our many bright spots, but he really shined. So he gets a +2 overall upgrade to 74, and his potential is now 83. That's a +3 upgrade, and very well deserved for the pacey young right wing back, who will be our starter over Jamie Shackleton, since Damiano Longo now has the experience in this squad with this system already. Coffee Kojo, just a small jump, 70 overall is a +1, 76 potential is also a +1. Stefan Bajcetic, same thing, +1 overall to 75, +1 potential to 84. Marcus McGuane gets that. What I'm learning is it's kind of like a Premier League bump for players that were a part of that squad last season. We deserve a little bit of an overall potential bump for a lot of our players, but he gets a standard one. He's a great part of our midfield. +1 overall to 76, +1 to potential to 76 as well. Darko Giabi, I felt like his 73 overall was actually very good for where he's at in his career. 79 potential though, a +2 there. I do see good things out of Darko in the future, potentially. Saman Gados, who is playing in his last season of his career, he will be retiring. Big +2 for him. He was awesome last season and has been since we signed him as a free agent, and a requested upgrade that I thought was very well deserved. Sonny Hilton with a +2 upgrade to his overall to 75. Potential is now a 78. That's a +1. I think that's very fair for the 25-year-old winger who's going to act as our fourth option in the attack behind our front three we currently have starting. And then Sam Yepi, who was very impressive, signed him as a free agent last season, and he was very good in the time that he was given off the bench. So a +1 overall to 72, but a +4 to potential to 79. We'll see if he gets a good chance to grow, hopefully get some game time in cups and other appearances off the bench. Serge Ngoma, this one was actually a good one from FIFA. They gave his potential an upgrade to 85, which is exactly where I would put it right now. Based on how he played last season, I just gave his overall a +1 upgrade because he deserved it. He's an awesome player, but he still is just 20 years old, so a lot of room for him to grow big time. What can't already be said about this man? Awushi Adu. He has 112 career goals in 4 seasons for Battersea. That is straight up ridiculousness, Awushi. He now has 80 overall, and we are keeping his potential at where it was at via FIFA. It was an 88 after last season. That's where it will stand for our star boy, who is still just 20 years old. And then the biggest upgrade at the club, Kelvin Ahiba Tiemann, who was awesome for us and scored the goal that clinched promotion to the Premier League. So a big moment there for us. +3 overall to 73, +3 potential to 78. At 23 years old, I think this fits him very well. Like I said, he's kind of like our Divock Origi. He just comes in and scores when he wants. He's a true backup striker at 6'3". And then I don't normally do this, but just to take a look at who's out on loan for us, these are players that are probably going to start to end up playing a role for us in the next season or two, I think. Like Sean Donovan, who if he comes back can take a winger spot potentially. Yunus Balut definitely can if his overall continues to go up. Daniel Vergara, he's only 17, so I want to see him progress even more. Probably another 2 or 3 years on loan for him before he starts getting some real playing time for us. Alistair Robertson's on loan at Carlisle United. He's okay, but just a player that we want to give some game time somewhere else and wouldn't be better off selling him either way. Reggie Chambers, big plans for Reggie Chambers. I think he's going to fit into that midfield nicely one day. Maybe next year, honestly. He's already a 70 overall. Richard Campbell, we played against him in the semifinals of the English Football League Championship playoffs last season. He's still at Sheffield United, one more year there, and I think we will bring him back into the squad. He is going to start growing into a position where he might get some playing time for us overall wise. Our big, young, left back Mexican prospect, Hugo Rodriguez, who I'm very excited about for his future. So are a lot of you, I know. I saw you left a comment, Kennedy, saying that Mexican players are given nicknames like Chucky Lozano, like Chicharito. So your suggestion for him was Fresa Rodriguez, which as far as I'm concerned means strawberry in English. So Strawberry Rodriguez coming in hopefully next season to be our backup. Bobby Townsend's not good enough. We're transfer listing him, and Nuhu is going to be our backup, probably just for this season. And then Sam Tickle just sent him back out on loan for 2 years to Toronto FC. Honestly, just an emergency goalkeeper at this point, but we still love Sam Tickle. And then lastly, before we start simming and getting into this season, taking a look at the current state of our youth academy, sorting by age here, so to see who's closest to getting called up. Jay Ray has 89 potential, the Indian goalkeeper. For some reason, it doesn't say his stats are going up, so I've actually been manually upgrading him overall wise every other month because he's got 89 potential. I feel like he would be going up at a pretty steady rate, but I'm not sure why the game's not progressing him automatically. It makes no sense to me. So hopefully that gets fixed, or I just have to keep doing this automatically. Gavin Walker may never get in the team, but he has 80 potential. He's a 60 overall 17-year-old, so we're just going to keep him around as long as I think he's good enough for it. Mansoor Ahmed, the 17-year-old Gandhi-looking center back from Pakistan. He does look like an awesome prospect. 87 on potential for him, so just continuing to let him marinate in the academy as well. And then a prospect that I am still very excited about and was told how to pronounce it correctly, Gan Chen Songnoan. I think I got that right. I'm going based off of the comment that I got. Gan Chen Songnoan from Thailand. Just looks like an awesome creator. Hopefully someday he plays for us. 86 potential, tied for the highest overall in the academy at 67, and he's only 16 years old. And what I thought was Ahmed Ahmed, but was told it's pronounced Ahmed Ahmed. I'm not actually sure. Is it like an Ahmed Ahmed? I'm not really sure, but the Somalian winger looks really good. 5'7" and pacey. 5'7" and pacey Bernard Ali as well. Both very similar, very young wingers. And then last but not least, based on suggestions, we are sending out our scouts to Serbia, Honduras, and South Korea. So give me some more suggestions. At this point, in terms of the youth academy, we are really just looking for high overall, very high potential players. Otherwise, I don't think they're going to get a chance to play for this team in this career mode based on how much time we have left. Alright, so now that we've covered all of that, we're going to head into simming. We have this month, and then we're into August, where we play our first match in the Premier League at Carrow Road against Norwich City, and then our home opener against Southampton, but we're going to leave that for next episode, and just finish off this one with our first Premier League match, see if we can get a win on the road. We're on the first of the month, and we brought back a gem I honestly did not expect to find anyone great in these scouting reports. I just expected to keep doing scouting reports until I found a perfect player with really high potential, and it turns out I found one already in this first report from Korea. Ji-Hoo Yoon has 91 potential. That is the highest potential in the entire squad. He looks like a baller. He was a center forward when we scouted him. I changed his position to a right wing, which gave him a +2 overall. He's got 80 acceleration already. He's 16 years old. He's already a 65 overall. Great free kicks and curve and dribbling. He looks like an absolute freaking baller. I am very excited to see his future. He has the highest potential at Battersea Football Club now. And the last thing to note before we get into our first match of the season, of the Premier League season, we sold those 3 players we wanted to sell. Zahar Al-Rashidi sold to FC Emmen for just under €3 million. Bobby Townsend heading to the MLS along with Tommy O'Connor. Bobby Townsend going to Austin FC for $2 million, and Tommy O'Connor going to Portland for $3 million. But now here we are on the road at Carrow Road against Norwich City in our first match ever in the Premier League. This is the lineup we're sending out there. Against theirs, I think we are better than them. We match up better, we have more experience, we have better quality players. Getting a chance to see Firmino, Wouterberger, Isak Torre, and Mendy all make their debuts for Battersea. Time to get into things here. It gets real now. Come on, lads. Ngoma to Longo in the box. Wouterberger might win this header. Awushianu gets it! Saved by the keeper. What a save. Great reaction time on that shot from Awushi. Norwich with a good break here. Longo trying to deal with it. Mendy trying to deal with it. Saved! Edward Mendy on the follow-up. What a save from our new keeper. Oh, good through ball here. Mendy saves again. Great speed to get out there and challenge before he got the shot off. Great tackle there, Saul Coco. Can it launch something? Marcus McGuane looking over the top for Roberto Firmino. That's not really his game, but Firmino's going to get it here. Look for Awushiadu, not quite. Good press here from Battersea. Norwich are pinned back. Berger's going to win that header. Roberto Firmino on to Marcus McGuane with the header. Saved. Nice interception here by Isaac Torre. Look at those long legs coming in handy. Yes, Isaac Torre. Love that. Awushi to Firmino. Firmino. Back to Awushiadu. Plays it across to Sergeant Goma. The shot is blocked. Norwich somehow keep it back in. Halftime here. Great chances for both teams, but neither of them score. It is still 0-0. The deadlock in the Premier League has yet to be broken by either team. Great touch here from Awushiadu. He's so pacey. Great idea to Firmino, and it just runs out of room. By Sedic, nice through ball here. Firmino gets it. Bobby Firmino looking for Sergeant Goma. Good clearance here. Awushiadu is going to have a go from distance. Saved. Nice tackle, Isaac Torre. That's huge. And a great through ball to Awushiadu, who just tries to keep it and can't, but he'll chase it down. Nice through ball here. Reese skips away from Salt Coco. Nice interception by Damiano Longo there. Nice interception, Salt Coco, and somehow Norwich get it back. Koiki's going to head it back to Mendy, and still we remain level here. Oh, Awushiadu reads that well, and he breaks at the defense. Good foul there from Norwich, but man, that would have been promising. And a substitution here. First appearance for Jamie Shackleton at Battersea. He comes in for Damiano Longo. Nice ball over the top here. And Isaac Torre has to do well. Jamie Shackleton does well here. Good press here from Battersea. They're going to win it back. Jamie Shackleton to Wouterberger. Sergeant Goma has a go. Weak shot. Just off target. And probably too late in this game, but Kelvin Ahiba Tiemann and Darko Giabi are going to come in for Battersea as a last gasp with a few minutes left here to see if we can get ourselves a goal. Oh, good through ball here. Edouard Mendy saves the day. That would have been the winner for Norwich. We remain 0-0 here. And this is probably the last kick of the match. Get Isaac Torre near the ball and let him head it away. That should be it, but Norwich are left with some last touches here. Good block by Jamie Shackleton, and that should do it. Ball goes out of play. No score on opening day. A point for Battersea. Their first point in the Premier League, but no goals for either side. Not a ton of excitement. Even though we came close, there will be more games in the Premier League coming up, and those games will hopefully have more goals from Battersea, but with that being said, Awushiadu put in a 7.3 rating. He was one of our better players. Debut for Isaac Torre was a success. He was absolutely monstrous all over the pitch. 7.6 rating for him, one of the highest. But man of the match, new boy Edouard Mendy, new boy, our captain, our main man, 86 overall. He's going to be awesome for us in the Premier League to help us stay up this season and maybe push in that mid-table and even higher. Who knows? This team's got a lot of potential, a lot more fun to come. But if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I appreciate all the love this series is getting. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next episode, when we continue this great journey, this has been Therios. You'll never walk alone.